they come out and enjoy nature and smell His presence. So, Eagle say, we want to know why the city of Beloit, and as we saying whether or not the zookeeper has been picking on law enforcement officials, we must dubiously, most notably, lock it in. Reverend Eagle has not one time requested another human join him in a campaign to put an open records request in or a freedom of information form to see on the emergency situation how many times the body cams and the video cams and all the electronically stored evidence that we have as true Christian, knowing we got the best surveillance plans to ever be surveillance, and we just spent the money for it because God got us. So he can say he want to know how many times he asked anybody to put a motion in on the Beloit Police Department, the Janesville Police Department, any department, and asked them how many cameras had defected when they was in emergency situation. I mean, it was life and death situation. You got to put the word life and death situation down because stop it as a zookeeper, if you will. We haven't had stumbled up on God's church today, in the city of James, in the state of what's called in the county of Rock.
Stop it, you rookies! It's Reverend Eagle Condemns, man, and we doing the remix because a lot of humans did not understand what Reverend Eagle was really saying.
We want to know what you know about church. You don't know nothing about limits, articles, artifacts, laws, tradition. Stop it, it's the zookeeper, if you will.
Stop it, it's the zookeeper, if you will. If you will. Stop it, it's the zookeeper, if you will. Stop it, it's the zookeeper, if you will. And zookeepers say he want to know why in the business district. See, it's business. We got so many lawyers that they doing their job, and then Eagles say, well, I got a job to do too. My job ain't your job. We both believe in God. And then the people just could not accept this rebuke from Reverend Eagle. He say, we want to shout out First National Bank and Trust Company, Prospect 101 East Milwaukee Street. And in the city of Beloit, we got cameras on light pole structures now. And then Eagle, he say he kind of confused because why all the ambiguity? Now, ambiguity is the word. Now, we was working earlier in the city of Janesville, and we happened to have an hour worth of footage, an hour and 5 minutes, if you will, of something that you probably had never heard in your life. And Reverend Eagle say he kind of upset a lot of beautiful women around here, so beautiful, so gorgeous, so broke. They in trying to trap the man, understand that the flesh is weak. And as the flesh is weak, then they understand why they keep getting cheated on. And Reverend Eagle say, well, he been on a journey of his own in his mind. He say he ain't living up to his highest expectation in the kingdom of God. He don't have his name on no kingdom business. And he want every kingdom company to be here. So God told him he in the Garden of Eden, he went on a diet. And some of the people don't understand the diet he on, but it's called guilt versus contrite. He say he was offered 50 million US coin to preach on his show, and it's going to be about public safety awareness and surveillance plan. So if you don't know what a surveillance plan is, if your brain matter can't digest the DNA that Reverend Eagle's saying on brain matter and public safety, you will not be able to elevate what Reverend Eagle condemns man no further. He say your brain matter got to be able to accept this. This ain't nothing to do with skin color. This ain't nothing to do with no religious sectors. This ain't nothing to do with none of that. Reverend Eagle say he got kingdom economics that he teach on his show. 1 Timothy 2nd chapter, verse 5. It's only one mediator between man and God. His name is Jesus Christ. Gonna forever be Christ here on shore, here on earth, and in the heavenly realms. But a lot of people did not understand what the heavenly realms was about. And as we in the heavenly realm, we want to take the people there one more time. We got to get through the fire now to see really what God is really all about. We got so many people in vain lip confession for God. And then Reverend Eagle say, In the city of Beloit, they got cameras on light pole structures in traffic areas, but then you got to know the street. And once you learn the street and you see this might blow your imagination, but it shouldn't, because God said the surveillance plan that I got for you gonna be tighter than that, but you got to get through the fire in order to see me. So Reverend Eagle say he been going through tribulation. Now the people say, he not a true pastor. He say he be the best pastor with a human tongue. He teach on public safety. He got a school. And he come out and work and work and work and work and keep working and keep working. And he ain't begged for one piece of tithing. You got to understand, this man say he was so rich that he been broke for 3 years and he still might have more money than anybody in the town. Can you understand how rich this man think he is? But outside of him being rich, he want to make you rich. He want to know if your family been studying artificial meal, feed, seed, fertilizer, steel, aluminum, anything to do with artificial intelligence. And as we talking about artificial intelligence, let's touch on a subject matter so personal to Reverend Eagle, that it's robbing him of his human imagination. He don't know why so many people broke, and we should have been rich a long time ago, but we got caught up in the racism of it, the power control issue of it. And Reverend Eagle say in Beloit they got cameras on all these type of light poles in the business district, but then we ain't got no let's talk about it. We ain't got no tolls. We ain't got no parking meters. We ain't got nothing to generate for the human who say they human. They fully human and they fully love God. They really want to really see him. And they really waiting on their blessing. And shout out to Johnson Bank. They really want to own the bank, but they so stuck in their imagination they can't get out of the fantasies that's holding them back and pushing them to work for God. So Eagle say he got a show, and he the buffalo on the ground, but he the eagle in the sky, but then he the zookeeper. He the zookeeper spiritually. So he say spiritually now, if we really believe in God, you went through the confession of being a vain lip confessor and all the other confessors, whoever said they confessed, they went against God, they kept going against God. Then Eagle say he come to town. He say God told him to ask U.S. House of Congress, Brian Stell himself, the constituent service center, why we ain't got parking meters at the courthouse, and why we ain't got no cameras that could really show off, showcase, if you will, our surveillance that we putting up for the public safety, because whoever been drafting the public safety plans, they brain matter don't understand what a surveillance plan really encompasses. So we want to start out on South Main Street lot, the parking lot, if you will. We want to see all the discrepancies. We must dubiously, not most notably, understand the Reverend. He say he true Christian. 1 Timothy 2nd chapter verse 5, but he say he rich. He might be broke. He might have a faith chain. He don't care. He say, in the name of God, we got to know who God is and why Abraham had to go sit and talk before he freed the slaves. So Eagle say he on a slave ship of his own. He his own slave, he God's slave, and he don't give in to no buffoonery. So he's saying in the buffoonery, the town's so outdated and cold that we got so many people that claim to be lawyers ain't talked about one code. They might be getting a kickback, they might not be getting a kickback, or they brain matter wasn't able to do something like Reverend Eagle. He's saying impregnating a new situation with artificial intelligence, web design, traffic control, could be here for the police official and the public officials and all the other human who populate the land. We want to shout out, we most dubiously on the city of Janesville property, want to shout out the Old Town Mall, U.S. Postal Service, Republican Brian Stell, 1st District Congress, Congressional Office. Now, this is a congressional address. Eagle say he got a congressional address today. He want to ask Joe Biden in the most kind and humble way possible, can you please give us a few dollars so we can invent this thing that Reverend Eagle say need to be implemented? It's called artificial web design traffic control, but it's not only traffic control. You have to understand the significance of the artificial intelligence part of it. So Eagle say he don't see nobody pushing for artificial intelligence, saying it hurt his feeling. He don't see nobody pointing out all the discrepancies from Beloit, from the city of Janesville, from so many other cities that don't have the right surveillance plans. We got to shout it out. Reverend Eagle say you got to do it one more time. We want to know why the city of Janesville, why the city of Beloit working under so much tight budget. Is it because the city ain't pushing themselves to think, or do they really think they got the best attorneys that could ever be attorneys for these people? But then we read Reverend Eagle. And Eagle say under the surveillance plan, not part of it, any human with a human tongue, whether they was a criminal their whole life, whether they never committed one crime, they most dubiously given the right to say that they doing a legit government interest in the interest of an opinion. And general opinions hold no truth, for the generality of man are ignorant. So stop, rookies. General opinions hold no truth, for the generality of man are ignorant. We all understudied in God's Bible. We don't know what's going to happen when we got to get through the fire of it. So we here in the flesh, we trying to figure it out, Lord. Eagle say it's May 14, 2024. He's still pushing. He got caught up in the fantasy, but then it might be a reality because he keep putting the injunctions in, and they say it really wasn't no harassment. And what harassment we gonna get today, Reverend Eagle say he don't know, but he got to do his show. He compelled rookies to do his show. God said, Zookeeper, you got to show. You must tell the people really what it means to come out here and work for God. So Eagle say we could have had, if you don't mind, parking meters here, parking meters there, parking meters everywhere. I mean, we could have had so many parking meters that the people probably wouldn't want to park here, but then they ain't got nowhere to park. See, it's the inconveniencing of the human that you got to do sometime in order to generate. And generate means you generate income, but the people just don't like it. They would never like what you got to say because what you got to say is so intrusive to the human eardrum. How dare him say he's the richest guy to ever be rich in my town? You know, and Reverend Eagle say he wanted to get to the likes of the rich people. This is how we play when we roll the dice and say, you can never be smarter than me. How dare you think you kind of smarter than me? So Eagle say, we see her from the city of Beloit to the city of Janesville. It's ambiguous parking designations. It's ambiguous. And then we want to know why the city of Beloit closed their courthouse down. Well, the revenue got tight. The budget was deficient. It really didn't justify. But then you got to understand what it means to take a loss in business. So the courthouse probably could have had one person coming to it. And then taxes. You see, you got to have the right tax people.
Change.
You say you got to have the right tax people working on the tax codes. But do you know the 10,000 interchangeable codes that true Christians must keep up with if we say we really in code? So Eagle say he trying to get the city up the code. The police don't like his show. Nobody likes his show because it kind of make all the smart people look stupid, and all the stupid people look smart. We got people out here, Lord, homeless. That's brilliant. I mean, they might be drug addicted, they might be mentally afflicted, something going on in their head where it don't resonate. That they need to. We got to understand what happened, rookies. We got to lock it in from right here. It's a zookeeper. Zookeeper say he go to this church. He walk in the building. You know, this was after the fact. You see, you got to understand what it means to go after the fact. So Eagle say he on East Court Street, South Water Street, the Vineyard. We was worshiping here. True Christian. We tried our butt offs. We tried our butt offs to put up with Eagle, but he just was a little bit too flamboyant for the people. He was too bodacious. He was just too damn rambunctious. We could not stop Eagle at all. He would not give up. So Eagle say he had a show in He want to lock us in right here, people. We want to know why we ain't got no money in the city of Janesville, state of Wisconsin, United States of America. Why don't we have money, Joe? Why ain't nobody pushing like Reverend? Let's lock it in. If the zookeeper, he say, my people horny for the show. It's beyond my control, Joe. I need you, baby. We see a light pole at the highest altitude, my lord. And Joe, you see it at the highest altitude, right here, right here yonder. Right yonder. And we as true Christian really want to know why the cameras ain't attached to the highest altitude of the poles when we got a school round the corner. We got a church that was taking place, and we had so much unsafe business taking. We had people fighting for real. He gonna get him, just give him his chance. Give him his chance to dance. And then he gonna say, hold on, I ain't even pulled out my pants yet. We got a few pieces of mommy dust, if we call it, little few dollars. And that's small talk. He gonna say, we got so much money we missed. We got so much money we missed. Let's talk about it. We got the venue. And it has no camera on it, but the people who claim to be rich, see, they claim to be rich. They nothing like Eagles. See, when he get his money, he say he don't want nobody to be able to rob him. The security gonna be tight. See, Guild versus Confight, 6, 5, 8, Fed 30, 82, and 83. Eagles say that the security gonna be tight than the tightest pair of. You understand me? As you can see, only understand me what a human eyeball pops out because it has become intoxicated with the fume of lust. And Eagle say, as we get out of the lusting of the show, we want to really let you know this is what it means to come and see why you ain't got abundance in your kingdom. Eagle say we got a perfect situation. It's so perfect, it's gonna hurt. And the people do not like this. Zookeepers say we could have had a camera attached to the highest altitude of the pole. And then under the 10,000 interchangeable codes, we got the rich people who have invested a few dollars, and they say they got warnings and prohibitions and all these type of things for the people to behave. And Eagle say he trying to behave, but then he got to misbehave because there's so much money that the people don't see. And we want to shout out all the people in the city of Beloit who put the cameras on the highest altitude of the light poles now by Ace Hardware on Prairie Avenue and on all the other locations. Well, Reverend Eagle might have in the free business, but he might sue. See, you got to understand what it means to catch him slipping. And Eagle say he think he caught him slipping again. We have no parking meters at the courthouse. We have no cameras at the rich part of the 4th Ward District. And we got to understand what the 4th Ward District represents. They say it's the highest crime area in the most impoverished part of towns. And then we had the likes of church people gathering. But what's we really gathering? People. Eagles say at the highest altitude of the light pole, we had the true Christian over here worshiping. We doing our secret homework assignments as we confidently spy on each other to make sure we all together. And Eagles say we doing our thing. We really ain't got no money and we really ain't got no security on us. And Eagles say he always got to be the security. So he say his surveillance plans got to be so tight that everybody who want to live by him, they gonna submit to this thing that Eagle say he want to do. He say he want a camera up there. He want a camera up there. He want one of them big old prison cameras like they got over there by Ace Hardware on Prairie Avenue in the city of Beloit. We want to see one of those. We want to see one of those there. We want to see one there. And we want to see them going from separate angles. If we could use one camera, cool, but two is better than one, and then two, it ain't better than four. We just got so many things we could do. She's so dusty, so musty, so crusty, Joe. And Eagle say he on his show. He want to give a shout out to Diane Hendricks one more time. She wanted to play and to play like having a few dollars. On paper, yeah, you got some money, but now we got to talk about it. If our brain matter, it's really see money. How many times even Eagle, the zookeeper say, baby, we need a few parking meters down here to justify. See, and sometimes, you know, you get a good old job where you just sit back and sit on the computer and get fat, and then you get out of shape. You don't get to enjoy God, his goodness. You don't have no idea how good it feels for Reverend Eagle to be, man, not on a date, but generating seed for you and your family. Creating shows to let the humans know who said they knew God. You had no idea of the impact God could have on this kingdom that we live in if we just give in one time. Take this rebuke. We got a camera here going from so many angles. We got several cameras on the light pole structures that can handle it. We turn out to the capacity of it because we at the courthouse now. And then we got parking meters everywhere when we can reconstruct this whole road. We got to make sure we gonna have parking meters all the way there. All the way there, everywhere. They just got to be everywhere. And then the camera's going to have to kiss us. We're going to raise them up real high so we can always have good surveillance. But then people don't see things. Reverend Eagle condemns man way to zookeeper. They say traditionally they going to stay stuck in the articles, the amendments, the bylaws, the traditional laws, the customary acts on which they gonna keep on traditionally doing things. And Reverend Eagle say we ain't got to do that, baby. We got people coming all over, say they want to perform in our town. So the first thing they do is look at the surveillance of it. Oh, they want to perform in our town, huh? Well, how much surveillance they got to offer us? Do they got parking meters? Is we gonna get a slot? Is we VIP? Ain't nobody VIP. What's going on, baby? Everybody VIP in Reverend Eagle show. You could be a criminal selling all the dope, selling all the parts that your body got. We got humans out here buying panties on the internet. These rookies so sick and sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at the music at the Marv. Eagle say he don't know why he ain't got his slot. He's supposed to been had his slot. He don't know why. But God do this for us, rookies. When we say we love him, we got to keep loving him, even if it don't look right. Seagilt versus Cotton fight, 6, 5, 8, Fed third at 82 and 83. Reverend Eagle say he got a show. He on YouTube, and he had the kissers. Now he say got so many judges. Oh my, they love Eagle. Make him work for his money. Eagle, you gonna work for a restraining order. Eagle, you gonna work for this and you gonna work for that. You're too smart, but you're stupid. So let's see if we could get you down to one woman. And Eagle say he gotta confess it. His biggest fight is laying down in the bed with the same woman every night. It just drive him crazy. It drive him more crazy than whether or not God got you. He got me, but do he got you? We trying to give special attention to any situation that could occur right here. We want to make sure when you do your music at the Marv that you're having a marvelous time and that you under tight surveillance. And that's what we've been working on in the city of Janesville. They just can't get enough. Anytime Reverend Eagle Cornelius man leave the library, he got to do another show. The people so horny for it. They horny for Eagle. And he say he horny for them. And together we kiss. We keep doing these shows. We can do these shows until we pass out. Until we pass out, Rookie. We gonna praise until we pass out, wake up, and then pass out again. Oh, you ain't understand what Reverend Eagle said. Zookeeper say you gotta wake up, you gotta pass out, you gotta go back. See, you gotta go back to the dirt. If you don't mind, we need to do a perfect illustration. You need to get back in the dirt. See, the dirt, it's gonna hurt, Rookie. You gotta go back there. See, we got to go back here. And then Eagle say, oh, man, we could have sat back together in class one day, students. All my students, I don't care if you're the police, you're the biggest crook in town. Me and all my students, now we talking about cemetery decorating. Well, we gonna decorate cemeteries. We gonna start our own kingdom companies. I want you to start out this way, and I want you to start out that way. I want you to do the Spanish version of it. I want you to do the Chinese version of it. I want you to do the Oriental version of it. I want you to bring every culture that could be a culture. We want to celebrate this new business we trying to do with the Mercy Hill Church, every church that said they believed in Eagle, and he ain't dead yet. What we want to do is worry about church decoration. We ain't got no church decoration company around here, but we got so many vanity stores that just drive Reverend Eagle Condensed Man insane. Everybody doing the same damn thing. Nigga say he had to do it. I got to sacrifice for this one, Lord. I think I got him. I think I got him, Lord. I think I might be on to something. So Zookeeper say he at the music at the mob having a ball. Ain't no audience, but maybe it will be one day. They see Reverend Eagle Condensed Man can come out here and perform at the highest altitude. And as we perform at the highest altitude, we must give a shout out to Marvin W. Rofe. January 22nd, 1923 to July 6th, 2023, Mr. Janesville. And he can say he want that title. He will say he want the Mr. Janesville title from this man. But how could he get it? He say you got to work. And he will say he think he working, right? See Gibbs versus Confight 6. 5'8", Fed third at 82 and 83. He gonna say he got the best show cable can't even control. He ain't signed no contract to cable. What? You not gonna trick Eagle. He say he ain't signed no contract with cable. He a freelancer. He think he a lawyer. He think he the world's best pastor. And he say he got some suits in, but that's small talk. The change, see, it's the change of the articles, the change of the amendments, the change of the artifact, the change of the bylaw, the change in the traditional law, the change in the customary act, the change in the traditional act, the chain of it, rookie, the case law we can put down, and me and Johnny can have a ball. See, Eagle fell in love with John M. Woods, rookie. He hard on Eagle. Well, Eagle, no, hell no, you can't get it like that, rookie. Let me show me what you really know. And Eagle say he been showing the people he gonna keep. It don't stop. Eagle say he think he got the police and USDOT on this one. If we could just take a closer look, we want to see if we could put a camera at the highest altitude of the light pole. And then as we looking at the music on the mob, we here at the theater, we on our own world time, rookies, applicable to trying to teach the people what it means to come out here and get you a few dollars when nobody know what dollars is. Do you understand? It's a Reverend Eagle Condensed Man. He say he don't see no camera on the highest altitude of this physical structure. And he want to give special contribution to the major computers, the major contributors, the contributors, situation, circumstance. But did they contribute? They come out here and inspect it. Did they do that to the people? Hold on, how you been spending my money? God damn it, Eagle say he down to the last nickel, diamond, quarter of it. So everybody get it tonight. Seagill versus Confight. He want to be Mr. Janesville. He want to be the mayor. Eagle say he want to be the mayor of Janesville, rookie. Ron didn't know what he was doing. He wasn't a real gangster. He was just a worker. And workers and bosses got to be separated by their works and their faith and their mode of operandi. So Eagle say he been on a campaign so serious. He's saying the city of Beloit, the city of Janesville, Edgerton, Milton, all these Dodge County, Douglas County, all these people got surveillance that's kind of off, and then he don't get to talk about it. They say it's too much for the human imagination, the brain matter of the subject. It irritates the babysitters. But they ain't been babysitting right. Eagle say, God damn it, he back. The babysitters ain't even babysitting right. So Eagle say, God damn it, hold on, rookies. I think I got him, Joe. We need you back. And shout out to John and Wood. Shout out to anybody that love Eagle. They can't live without him. Do something to him. Go make interaction with that man. Let's see what's on his mind tonight. See Get versus Con fight. He just don't think right. Eagle say he think great. He just want to know why his humans ain't read no law books. They church pastors ain't teaching about the articles, the artifacts, the amendments, additional laws, additional acts, bylaws, customary laws, and the traditional things that always get amendment when amendment is applicable. So we want to give special reverence to that place too. We have to. Shout out to Mike Nolan Law Firm. They knew I was going to come get him again. We want to know why, if Nolan got his firm, he ain't got no camera. And I know he didn't pass Ace Hardware in the city of Beloit, state of Wisconsin, United States of America, County of Rock, on Prairie Avenue. We know the Nolans because we just seen the sign earlier. See? You see how it all makes sense, rookies? Do you see the goodness in it? Can you take this fruit today? This valuable information. Eagle might not be here long, but he might be here for a long time. He don't know what is going on as we go on with the show. It's just so intrusive to the human imagination because they say their brain matter was a little bit stronger than mine. And Eagle say that's a lie. Brain matter is a subject that the frontal cortex, how many cortexes do you want to go and a cortex of it? And Eagle say, right there yonder by Mike Nolan, and then down there by the library, and then all these places, we probably can start implementing parking meters for a few dollars. But not only that, now let's get back in it. We got a park that we developed on. People spent a lot of coin. They spent their last and they wanted to bubble. They wanted their names on buildings. And Eagle say he don't know why. He don't know why the women gave up on him. They had no idea what guilt versus con fight was. They thought Eagle had went crazy. He say, baby, I'm trying to kiss us to keep the babies past diarrhea. We don't know what he want to eat tonight. Give him a whole goddamn meal. Make sure it's safe. And we see God say, study the birds, and there you will find we got a bird on the light pole. We know what Reverend Eagle do now. In the beginning, that God created everything. He say, first book of Moses, not Genesis, true Christian only. Chapter 1, verse 1. In the beginning, that God created. And we got birds on light poles telling us, hey, why we ain't got no cameras big and tall. It's the courthouse. But we got them everywhere else beside the courthouse. How dare we? And they say they were smarter than the zookeeper. So keepers say, if we smart, we sometimes come out stupid. And then when we stupid, we sometimes come out smart. And if we sin before, God still can use us, no matter what your conviction. And Eagle say, now let's get back in the security of it. Let's get back, rookies. We got cameras right there. Cameras right there. We got lifted them up. Now, you see how they had it on yonder. We going to load that later, if you will. They got cameras on light poles extending all the way up past that building almost. But then we don't have camera nowhere in the city of Janesville, state of Wisconsin, United States of America, County of Rock, by the courthouse. And then we ain't got no parking meters nowhere. Then we want to know why the rich people rich and why the poor people broke. Is we really creating enough programs for the pro people? Eagle say he out here past the poor people campaign. He on his campaign. And shout out to Damn Fine Sandwiches, but they ain't got no customers. Ain't nobody got no money to come out here and eat tonight. See Guild versus Con fight. Everybody broke crooked. So Eagle say he got his show. He must do, and he must keep his audience locked in tight. Seagill versus Confight. Tight. Hold on, baby. You say you got a few dollars? Do you? You really got a few dollars? You really got a few dollars, baby. You say you don't care about your man no more? You want to go on a spiritual fast with Reverend Eagle Condemns Man? You say you want to go through a transition phase with the Eagle? Well, I've been without woman for 3 years. I'm seeing things God has never allowed other people to see. God said he might believe, and Eagle might believe, and you might believe. We lacking camera at the courthouse. We lacking parking meter at the courthouse. We lacking a real lawyer to come say, hold on. We ain't spending enough dollars for the human population because money ain't nothing but paper, and memories got to outlast money. Now, how we gonna spend enough money on this year's budget, Joe? And he gonna say, hold on, I got us, Joe. We need you back now. We at the courthouse and taking a look at her. And shout out to the Fretnall building from 1869. The people just ain't put one camera up here. And shout out to God. Shout out to the stop at your ruckus. You love. He'll say he done tricked the people. We done fell in love with Zookeeper Show. He just can't go a day without it. And they can't go a day without it. But let's get back in it because God said we got work to do. You say he come over here, we got outdated over there. We got him on that. So then he will say, hold on, Joe, we need you, Biden, baby. We need to put some parking meters at the courthouse. We need to put some cameras on these light poles. Now, in the city of Beloit, they got light pole and camera kissing. Something like this, Joe. We need you, Biden. Eagles say they kissing all day together. Public feeling so safe, so beautiful, so wonderful. Then we got bodies still hitting the ground because they ain't got the cameras in the right spots, but they brain matter ain't cook up the right surveillance plans. Eagles say he the king of surveillance. He want to know why. Why we doing this to ourselves, rookie? Why would we dare stop Eagle from getting this money for us? And we want to most dubiously go right to the courthouse and look at their surveillance system. Eagle say he's an auditor. He's a pastor. He's a non-accredited lawyer. He get to do this because he fights for it. And how much you love God. Eagle say we got no camera at the highest altitude of the light pole. Then we got the sheriff. Stop, rookies. That's over the police. But we got the city. That's over everybody because they own the property. So Eagle say he taking on the city for this. We need you bad. Public parking and courthouse interest. They got one little baby camera. And if you spend money by Ace Hardware for 4 camera, your courthouse ain't worth 4 camera. Let's lock it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got so many cameras missing, rookies. Us Eagle, he say defective surveillance, rookies. We got no camera here. But we got so many people claim to be rich. And this robs Reverend Eagle of his imagination. Shout out to all the rookies who come and check up on Eagle from time to time, secretly, anonymously, in person, because they just ain't never had a human talk to them like that. Never nobody talk to me like that. Who is this man? Eagle say he your wildest nightmare. He your best dream. He anything you want him to be right now, but he ain't trying to be in your drawers if you're a woman. He trying to get you to clean your body up, clean your temple up so we can get some money. I don't care if you work for the law. I don't care what you do, baby. Can you read? Can you write? And is you willing to go to school every day and come back home and lay in the bed with me? I just want to take you to school, baby. Is your record clean? I don't care if you got a bad record. Can you read? Can you write? Will you sit down and understand what guilt versus confight mean, baby? Will you do it for me one time, honey? It's Eagle. We in it tonight because you asked for it. You love Eagle, and he love you. We want to read the warning. And we want to look at her makeup. And then we want to see the camera system. Is it at the highest altitude of the light pole structure? And we want to give a shout out to the sign rookie. We in it. It's Ika. Public parking and courthouse interest. We want to see if the sheriff's got their parking designation. Just give me one. I don't need two. Just give me one. We want to see how dusty and musty and rusty she is. She got a little dust on her. She rusty and she musty. She musty. She crusty, rookies. And then we get over here, look at the camera surveillance. You'll say is she looking at us or not? It's Eagle tonight on that snot we got at the highest altitude of the building from that way. But why just one camera? Oh, we got two cameras. We got two cameras at the highest altitude of light pole structure, but then we don't have nothing over here. It's Reverend Eagle. He just want to know why the courthouse ain't got no parking meters. Nowhere in here do we see parking meters. Hold on, we gonna trick them then. We ain't gonna put them on the side street. We gonna give the people a little time to play, but then we put the parking meters right here. All personnel, the police, and law enforcement officials. Nobody get the park in the front. You got to go to the back, and then we got to extend it, see? It's all about articles, amendments, artifacts, bylaws, traditional acts, customary acts. When you read your Bible, study the book of Acts, we in action. A lot of people love God. They kill for God. They kill Eagle right now because God said, kill that boy. He kicking up too much ruckus, and then Eagle say, don't do that, please. We got a job to do in the city, please. Please understand, we got a job, rookies. We want to talk about it. From the city of Janesville Gazette all the way back to one Parker Place. From the highest altitude, a light pole structure, we see crimes being solved. And then we in another business district, see? And we ain't got one parking meter to even steal. See, in the stealings, when you steal bases, see, you gotta learn how to steal a base. Eagle say when you steal a few bases on the people, they still don't get it until you get them. Eagle say he don't know why ain't no parking meters nowhere at the courthouse, nowhere in this business district, and why ain't no cameras at the highest altitude of the light poles that the people in the city of Beloit put forward by Ace Hardware. And we got a bank here, we got some other businesses here, then we got the surveillance detective. And they say, Eagle, oh my, they say, Eagle, you something else, stop that damn show. Eagle say, how can he stop his show? He knows something you don't know. We want to give a special shout out to the symbolism of it. Stop, rookie, son. You play too much. We want to give a shout out to Reserve Park in here. She's so old, so dusty, so crusty and musty. Eagles say we love each other. We just can't stop. Shout out to Reserve Park. And shout out to all the parking meters missing. And shout out to this and shout out to that and shout out to this and shout out to that and shout out to you tonight. See Guilt versus Confight. Eagles say he get time to do his show because the people understand now that he might got a show. And then as we delegate, we want to know if drug substance is anywhere circumstance to cause with the babies that's walking around and curious. See, they might pick these things up and just smoke on them. No, an Eagle don't like that. See, Eagle say he don't care what the grown people do, but he care about what the babies do. Then we got children that ain't gonna tell their parents. See, mama, I smoked a little weed. They know they gonna get their butt whooped so bad that they can't even confess that. And then they go to God about it, but then God tell them to keep going. And they just keep going. And then people want to know why their kids sick. Well, maybe they might be doing drugs. They might not be doing drugs, but they ain't going to go to the hospital because they know it's going to show up in their bloodstream. It's so many things Eagles say we need to talk about tonight. If we had camera at the highest altitude, you see, that light pole structure. See, that one right there. We could see whether or not the babies that ingested some drugs We got so much paraphernalia laying around, and we want to give a special shout out to public safety one more time. The business district is just lacking. No parking meters, no nothing. These people just can't get enough of Eagle. And as Eagle love to show proof, he want to show us why. He say the parking designations ain't up to code. They not. Eagle say we got 24, we got 25, we got 26, we got 27, we got 28, we got 29. Now I feel like I'm in heaven. We got 30, we got 22, we got 21, we got 20, we got 18, we got 19. And everywhere else, they just ain't got their parking designations. And they got a few cameras. They can see where, but then at the highest altitude of the light pole structure, we have no camera. So Eagle just don't know why the people who say they was rich, thought they was rich, would dare play with him and want to be rich. Or would dare go with him and keep fighting against him because they might have been rich. Eagle say he don't care about that. What he care about is proof. He want to know why on the highest altitude of the light pole structures, we don't see cameras in the business districts, and we also don't see parking meters to generate a few more dollars. You know, for the people who need a house right now. They may be homeless like Reverend Eagle, but they don't know how to talk. They know how to talk to the government. They don't know how to put one petition in. They really don't know how to pray. Eagle say they really don't know how to pray. It's a zookeeper rookies. We lock it in under any circumstance. Shout out to St. Mary and her school, but we don't see one camera at the highest altitude of the light pole structure. Here by St. Mary's School, by no school. And shout out to the school district of Janesville. They wanted to play with Eagle. Knew he was in town. Knew he was going to show out. He got to work. Load tomorrow so hectic, but he going to handle it. And you want to shout out Trish Arizola, her law firm, any law firm that was a firm. But then after we get out that type of law firm, we got a new law firm. And this law firm here is a presidential government address for surveillance plans. You'll say at the highest altitude of the light pole structure, like that cross sitting up there, so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous, we don't see camera. And he just want to know why. And he want to know why the people thought they was going to be able to steal from him as he was doing a few free shows. And shout out to the landscape. Oh my, so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous, making so many women who play in their garden look like they really don't have an idea how to play in the garden. They just, they playing, and we got some real garden workers here. It's a beautiful thing, but then we got to get back to the light pole. So Eagle been putting up all this stuff for the people. Hey, Seagilt versus gunfight. People say Eagle going mad. Oh man, you should have seen his last show. He had talked about this girl all day, and then all day, and then all day on that show, and then all day on that show. Then he say he don't want no girlfriend. He say this, and then he say that. He say this. Eagle say he just got to come up with some material every day to talk about what the people don't know how to talk about. And shout out to AT&T. AT&T ain't even called Eagle one time. Hey, Zookeeper, we seen your show. It was more than beautiful. It was more than wonderful. It was gorgeous. What you say about the surveillance plans? Well, Eagle say even AT&T ain't got one camera at the highest altitude of the light pole structure. And the building's so old that we really don't know what's going on at AT&T. The Boston Town rookies. It's Eagle. He say we at 301 East Milwaukee Street, 17 South River Street. But let's get back in it. The world's best pass, the worst pass with a human tongue. He's saying the city of Beloit, they now have, and we talk about bridge safety as well. As we talk about that bridge, we gonna get back in it. She should have had light pole and camera kissing the whole way through. But a lot of people just don't know how to spend revenue. And we want to give a special shout out to all those who don't know how to spend revenue tonight and had the idea or the audacity to question Reverend Eagle. As he would say, he had a show. See, it was bigger than you. It was bigger than me. God wanted us to do this, rookie. See, Eagle say, God said, hold on, rookie, you got to get him every day with something new. I want you to hit him every day. And Eagle say he talking to Joe Biden exclusively. Joe, we need better surveillance plans. We got a camera we could put right here on light pole. And it's a prison camera, see, Joe. It's one of them ones that's probably about 100, 200. We got so many to put up and so many different angles and variations as we understand articles, amendments, additional acts, bylaws, customary acts, and the act of flipping the dollar when the dollar need to be flipped for the furthering more financial dollars, because in the long run, it just makes sense to put cameras everywhere where the traffic moving and in high business district areas, no matter how impoverished a community is, because it uplifts the safety of it. So you got the safety. And you can say a lot of people got a crush on him. He don't want to crush right now. He want to make money. And he want to see whether or not the lawyers could understand in any capacity. Hold on, it ain't the lawsuits that we should be focusing on, but it is. That's just a respect thing. You know, get my money, we can do whatever but let's talk about this. We got a camera this way. We got a camera this way. And we got a camera this way. So either way, look. Bop. Oh, man, it's so good. It's beautiful, people. Let's try it again. Bop. It's, oh, man, it's so wonderful, people. You got to understand what Reverend Eagle say he do. He a pastor. He said the highest altitude of all light pole structures. His show is for police officers, federal, state, any city, any county, wherever you happen to be. And for the worst criminal to ever be criminal, for those who have never committed a crime. Can you come outside one day and look in your community and see whether or not Reverend Eagle is justified in his cause to fight under guilt versus fight, say, we should have camera on the highest altitude of the light pole structure for the safety of those walking, talking, breathing, smelling, tasting, and touching nature tonight. As they ride in their vehicle, as they walk in the street, you know, he get confused. And then we got the camera there. It's there. It's doing its thing. It's doing whatever it got to do. And then the people just doing whatever they got to do. And they know if they. And then we could also we may be able to see the plan's so cold. See, people. The plan's so cold that Joe Biden might come back and say, well, hold on, you got to release the people mandatory insurance, or you got to now justify increasing insurance rates because we must be able to pay for these cameras on the back end. So just like we got, it's a volunteer thing. Now, you if you ain't got the money, we might be able to give you a fee waiver. It's a fee waiver. You poor. You want to be able to do it. You want to be able to participate. It's a lot of kids that want to learn about canoeing, that want to go on summer camp trips, summer coming up. They parents poor, and so many people in the government, state, federal, not state and federal, just be taking advantage of the kids. And then the kids getting taken advantage of, and now they taking advantage of other kids because hurt kids just hurt kids. They got to learn how to unhurt themselves. And he can say this would be a perfect opportunity. You come to his show, you come to his classroom, and then you learn about public safety surveillance plans. And then you take this thing all the way to where you have never taken it before. You say you might want to travel to Ireland. You might want to travel to United Kingdom. You might want to travel to the Netherlands. You might want to go help out in Africa. You might, or you might not. Zookeeper hitting you with that snot. He say he do it for the growth and development, upliftment, the fall of humanity. He do it for the resurrection of the kingdom of his show. It's just so beautiful. It's just so much revenue here, but a lot of people just don't see it. We happen to be on East Milwaukee Street. And Parker Plaza. And we don't see no camera at the highest altitude of the light pole structure. Then we gonna go up and check on St. Mary and her surveillance plan she implemented for the public to showcase herself to the people. You see, when you got a church, you gotta really showcase why your church is the church to come to. Eagle say all these churches his. And he ain't paying no tithe, and he ain't really part of their church, but it's here. So it's his. Is he wrong, right? So Eagle say he go St. Mary's, walk around, and it's so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous. We got kids, and we got oh man, we got them all the way from finna hit the ground tomorrow, go back to the dirt and wait on whether or not they gonna get through the fire. See, we got a lot of vain lip confessions. They don't know how to wait until God say, hold on, I'm gonna bring you through that fire. I don't care how many people say they believe in my name in that town. They can say that all they want to. I don't care. And then Eagle say, hold on. Hold it, rookies. We want to know if camera at the highest altitude of the light pole structure for the public safety of all humans who happen to populate St. Mary's school district. Do we got camera on light pole at the highest altitude of the light pole structure? Shout out to St. Mary. She looking so beautiful, so wonderful, so gorgeous. But she kind of on the low side. And we got a lot of people that like to play this game with Eagle. Who played with Eagle sent him to St. Mary's tonight. We heard the bell. And this ain't no fairy tale. It's May 14, 2024. Shout out to you, baby. St. Mary's Catholic School. And he could say he was going to get a $50 million opportunity to do his own thing. Locked you in. Let you know how God is good. You played like you wanted this in your life. No parking, 7:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. on school days. See, you played like. We got to make sure at the highest altitude of the light pole structure for the safety of everybody who ever participated, ever spoke the name of St. Mary's and her church. We got the best surveillance plan ever be surveillance plan because we got the light and the camera kissing at the highest altitude of the light pole structure. But do we have? Or do we have not? So the have-nots, they want to know why they